Okay, so this is gonna be kind of like a late ass TLC movie review because I know a lot of you guys wanted to know what my opinion was on the TLC Crazy.Sexy.Cool movie, and I didn't do a review like right after it came out because I knew that it was gonna. It don't matter what it is with TLC, it's always something after the fact. So I said, let me just simmer down and kind of see what's going to end up happening. And of course, Pebbles came out and said some stuff. Rayna has came out and said some stuff. T-Buzz and Chili have came out and said some things. So we're going to kind of cover all the bases as far as that, as well as the movie. My thoughts, especially being a big TLC fan, I love the movie. I thought it was great. Wasn't too accurate. However, you know, this is a movie and you can only do so much in 2 hours. So of course, if you were trying to tell your last 20 years or however many years you've been on this earth, you're going to have an issue trying to condense it all into 2 hours as well. However, I do have to say that the biggest props of everybody in the movie goes to Little Mama. And that's because she did not have Lisa here to say, I would do this, I wouldn't do that. She only had T-Boz and Chili, which were great because those were her bandmates. However, it still isn't anything like having that person here. So I think that she, out of everybody, deserves the biggest applause because she did an incredible job. Like, from Lisa's personality to her laugh, especially when they were in the store and she asked, did the condoms come in polka dot? Like, it was eerie how much she was like reminding, like she just had Left Eye all over her. Drew Sidora, I knew Drew from White Chicks and I knew her from being on The Game. But I wasn't really familiar with her as far as, or in being in Step Up. I have a picture with her from years ago at the premiere, the Step Up premiere. But I wasn't really too familiar with her, how she was going to be able to portray an actual living legend, a living character. And she did an amazing job. She had the voice down, the attitude down. You know, T-Boz has a very boyish way about her when she's performing and even sometimes in her regular life. So the fact that she had kind of got that down packed, like, boom, was everything. So, yeah, I love the fact that Drew did her homework and she embodied T-Boz to me. Like, Little Mama embodied Lisa, but Drew really gave me, like, I feel like I was watching T-Boz. The person that I would say I was the least impressed with was Keke Palmer. Only because at times I felt like I was watching Keke Palmer play Chili and I wasn't watching Chili, you know. But I will say this, and a lot of people wanted to know what my opinion was on the baby hair. I will say Keke did, or whoever the hell did Keke's hair, did a great job with getting the baby hairs right on her lace wig. I will say that. That Indian hair that they have for her was on point. They really gave her the Chili essence. So I was very happy about that. But overall, the movie was great. I didn't like how during the first half of the movie, it seemed like they were like very going through each and every single thing. But then the last portion, the last hour of the movie, it was like, we're going to rush through fan mail. The rest of Crazy.Sexy.Cool. T-Boz had a baby. Chili had a baby. Chili and Dallas ain't together no more. T-Boz and, you know, like, it felt like, it felt like that. And that's the only thing that I didn't like. And I wish they would have spent more time on Crazy.Sexy.Cool. And a lot more time on Fan Mail, because Fan Mail was one of those albums that gave TLC, especially with No Scrubs being as big as it was, it gave TLC a platform that a lot of groups they have not even got there yet, like Destiny's Child. And I love me some Destiny's Child, don't get me wrong, but Destiny's Child will never be TLC. Like, that's just bottom line. And TLC comes from an era of girl groups that I love, like Total and Total, TLC, Who else was out during that time? It was so many groups in the 90s that came out, especially girl groups. The early 2000s, we had 3LW. We had, you know what I'm saying? So it's great to kind of see what they started, how they kind of planted their foot like the Supremes did for them. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say the Weather Girls, but, you know, we gonna let that go. One thing that I did love was the fact that they let them redo all of the TLC covers for the intro of the movie. Like, you can see that they had actually redid the fan mail cover and the on the TLC tip and Crazy.Sexy.Cool. And I like how they really focused on those 3 albums, because I don't like 3D, and I'm not gonna lie and say that I don't like Hands Up, because that is my jam. However, I don't like that album. So I like how they just kept it with the first 3 albums, especially because Lisa was here for all 3. She was not here for 3D. But overall, the movie was good. The dude, Cole from Martin, no. I didn't really get an L.A. Reid vibe from him. The chick who played Pebbles, though, that was in the Tyler Perry movie, she did a really good job. Now, let's get to Pebbles. Pebbles is saying, and Pebbles' son Aaron follows me on Twitter, which I had no clue about until I went to his page because I said something smart when the movie had came out. And I went to see if he blocked me, but he had been following me for quite some time. But I mean, he's cool, you know. I follow him back now. I don't know how long he had been following me beforehand. But Pebbles basically said that the way that she was portrayed in the movie was inaccurate, and it was a way for them to cash in and make money at her expense. Now, these stories about Pebbles treating them this way and doing this stuff to them is not new. They have been telling these stories as long as Beyonce has been telling them damn stories about her daddy making them run in them damn heels. So I know for a fact that she knew that that was gonna come. And people need to realize, my perception of you and what the hell you did to me may be totally different on what you think it is, or how harsh it may have been to me versus what you may have said. Like, it's life, you know what I'm saying? You live, you learn, you grow, whatever. But she's basically saying she's going to take legal action. Then there was a rumor going around that she was going to sue Lisa for some money that she owed her from 92. Now, Lisa's not here, okay? So she's going to sue Lisa's estate, which is kind of like, okay, chick, you're kind of reaching a little. But she said recently, that's why I wanted to wait to do this review, because I wanted to not have to continue to keep coming back, repeating myself. So she basically said that's not true. She's not suing Lisa's estate, and there is no lawsuit or whatever. I don't know who's telling the truth, whatever. But if she did do it, I would not be surprised. And then the other thing was Raindrop Lopez, who is Lisa's sister. She's been coming out a little bit saying, you know, the family was not involved. They were not invited to the set. They were basically shut out of the movie when the movie was shot in Atlanta. And they feel like it wasn't fair on Chili and T-Boss's part for the family not to be part of it, because obviously they have to sign off to use her likeness for the movie. So they did that part, but they said after that they didn't know about shooting schedules. They didn't know about anything. Now, they said they wish they would have been able to be consulted about this, and, you know, I guess you could say part of it. And I understand that, because if one of my friends passed away and we made a movie about our lives and we included them, you know, I would feel a sense of respect to have their family, especially if their family is letting me use their likeness, have them a part of it. But at the same time, let me just say this, because I understand where T-Boz and Chili are coming from. I understand where Rayna's coming from too, but I understand where T-Boz and Chili are coming from. This was not the Lisa Left Eye Lopez story. This was the TLC story. And T-Boz and Chili, they basically did the story based on their perception of what they dealt with Lisa, because like Chili said, this is not a movie about her growing up, of being a little girl. That would make sense. This is about her being in a group with us. We spent the most time with her and each other than anybody else. So we know each other the best throughout these years. So what reason would it be for us to consult them about this, that, and the other? You know, and I understand it's a sensitive subject because they lost a sister, they lost a daughter. I understand that. But at the same time, you guys got to understand it's business. And that's sometimes in this business, that's how things work. Like, that story is not completely accurate. There was no Jermaine Dupri. There was no, who else was missing? There was a lot of people missing from that situation in the movie. But like I said, it's a biopic. It was straight to TV. They had a deadline. I think Keke Palmer said they shot for 31 days. That's a quick time to shoot a long ass movie about the last 20 years. And you know, things happen. You get that creative freedom where you sign, when you, like, if I sell my story to somebody, they can build upon whatever happened to me and make it more entertaining. And that's the thing. You guys had to be entertaining, because if the movie went to every little aspect, the movie would have been weeks long. And some people were saying it should have been like the Jackson story, where, remember, it was like, it used to come on like every day for a week or something like that. People's attention spans ain't that long, y'all. That ain't gonna work. So overall, I give the movie a 9 out of 10. And the only reason why I say that is because there were some inaccuracies and whatever, you know, but I took that on the chin. Overall, though, the girls did an amazing job. The story came out great, and I think that TLC, to me, is the best girl group to ever do it, and will be the best girl group to ever, unless somebody comes along. But these little helpers today can't stay together. You know, remember when 3LW was throwing chicken at each other and shit? And they thought that they breakup was going to be like Destiny's Child's, and they was going to be able to come through and get a new member. And, you know, she looked just like the other girl. She was dark-skinned. Like, we're going to replace Naturi, and this is going to be what it is. You know, Naturi got the last laugh now, didn't she? But, yeah, I mean, to me, I think that the movie is great. And I think it's a great way for, especially with Chili having Tron and T-Boz having Chase, they can look back and see, like, my mom was like that bitch. Like how Rihanna is right now, how Nicki Minaj is, their mothers did that. You know what I'm saying? They put them on the map to do that. So I think it was a great movie. And if you guys have not checked it out, you can check it out on the VH1 app. It's the TLC, the Crazy.Sexy.Cool, the TLC story. You can check that out. And, yeah, I will talk to y'all later. And, yeah, that's it. That's all. Talk to you guys later. Yeah, bye.